sea. The sea was so rough that Urashimataro could not go fishing. Since he could not fish, Urashimataro had nothing to eat. He went to bed hungry and awoke in the morning hungrier still. When the storm finally passed and the sea was calm, Urashimataro went out in his boat to fish. All day long he could not catch a single flounder or sea bream. By the end of the day, all he had caught was some small herring. Tired and hungry, Urashimataro returned to shore. He secured his boat and began to walk along the beach. On the way home, he saw some children teaching a sea turtle they had captured. Hey there, let that turtle go! Please let the turtle go. If you give it to me, I'll give you all the fish I caught today. Oh, don't kill everyone. We'll go. That was a close call. Now hurry and go back to the ocean where you belong. Then the turtle swam quickly out to sea, turning back every now and then to look at Urashimataro as if to say, "Thank you." The sun had set and the sky and the ocean were a dark blue. Urashimataro turned farther home. He was happy that he had saved the turtle, even though it meant that he would be hungry one more night. Suddenly, Urashimataro heard a soft voice calling him. When he turned around, he saw a beautiful princess hovering above the way home.
Excuse me, thank you for helping the turtle. My father, the Sea King, is very grateful and would like to thank you himself. Please come with me.
What? The Sea King wants to see me? Urashimataro took the princess's hand and climbed up on the turtle's back. She joined him and the turtle began to swim out to sea. A great path through the ocean opened before them, which seemed to go on forever. They skimmed over forests of kelp, passed through valleys of coral, and dodged schools of fish. As they crossed over mountains covered with starfish and clams, the shimmering sea palace appeared in the distance. Its pillars were made of red coral, its walls of crystal and silver of gold. It was truly a splendid sight. They came closer and closer until the turtle reached the front gate, which was made of amber and mother of pearl.
Welcome, Sea King has been waiting for you.
Welcome! That turtle you rescued is one of my dear servants. We sent him from great danger after he lost his way. As a reward, please stay here as my guest and enjoy yourself. The beautiful princess who had accompanied Urashimataro reappeared wearing a crown made of pearls. She was so lovely that Urashimataro could not stop watching her.
Please help yourself.
The next day, the princess took Urashimataro to a tour of the palace. He saw so many wonderful things, but the most marvelous were the rooms of spring, summer, autumn, and winter. On other days, Urashimataro and the sea princess went on picnics and explored the mountains and valleys around the sea palace. Sometimes they would attend festivals and celebrations, and other times the sea princess would tell him wonderful stories. Urashimataro spent his days so happily that he lost count of the time that passed. About 3 years had gone by when Urashimataro began to recall the seaside village where he had lived. He thought that about his simple wooden hut, his tiny boat, and his friends and neighbors. Yet he no longer enjoyed eating exotic delicacies or watching the beautiful servants dance. I wonder how everyone is. Surely today they are out fishing. The sea breeze always felt so good. The fish I caught with my own hands tasted the best. Even though I am poor, I want to return to my own world. I also meant to be a fisherman in a seaside village. Please let me go home.
You may return home, Urashimataro. As a parting gift, I give you this treasure box. Please be careful with it. It has the power to bring you back to the sea palace, but you must never open it. Farewell, Urashimataro.
As Urashimataro looked back, waving goodbye, the shimmering sea palace disappeared in the ocean's blue depths.
At last, I'm home. This is my beach and my village.
But what has happened? My son is nowhere to be seen. My neighbor's house is all the secrets. There are only strangers here. My name is Urashimataro. I used to live in this village. Urashimataro is the name of the man from this village, and it says that Turtle went to the sea cellar. But that happened more than 300 years ago. What? More than 300 years ago? In shock, Urashimataro ran to the shore. The sea breeze felt the same, but the young men pulling in their nets were all strangers to him. Could it be true? I thought I was only gone for 3 years. The sea princess said the box had the power to bring me back to the sea palace. Surely then I can open it, even though she said I must not. Slowly, Urashimataro untied the cords around the treasure box and lifted the lid. A thick cloud of white smoke drifted out of the box and covered him completely. When the smoke finally cleared, Urashimataro had become a wrinkled old man with a white beard. Although it was very difficult, Urashimataro stood up and looked out over the ocean towards the sea palace and the princess he could never meet again. As he recalled.
You gotta push that thing down to the top. Right there! Shoot, Spencer! Running? Yeah. See what happened if you push that red button twice. Nothing? You sure it's going? Check it out.
I hope so.
Huh? What's that red light for?
I don't know. It was the one on the right hand side, the bottom right hand side. That's the light. That light goes off. If you're looking straight at it.
私も中華イトの使ってもらったんですが、味が
I think so.
中も美味しかった。
It gets a shot.
羊羹がある。ここの羊羹が完全の。Gonna watch this video.
enough to marry our lovely daughter. I have it. The greatest being in all this world is this bright sun who sends down his rays to keep us warm and help the rice and fields grow. It shall be the son who marries our beautiful chief.
Yes, that is an excellent idea. Go quickly and ask the son if he will marry our daughter. So that very day, Father Mouse put on his best clothes and scampered out to see the great sun.
Oh, Mr. Sun, our daughter Shuko is so beautiful and so lovely she must marry the greatest being on this earth. You are big and bright. Your warm rays bring us light each day and help the rice to grow in the fields. We think you are greater than anyone else in this world and would like you to marry your beautiful daughter.
The sun smiled and sent bright golden beams scattering through the air.
Oh, Mother Fred, I am not the greatest being on earth. There is someone who is even greater than I. But who can it be? Look over there, those white clouds. Soon they will soar across the sky and cover me with a soft white blanket. Alas, then I must seek Mr. Cloud, for he is even greater than you.
And off he scampered to see the cloud.
Oh, beautiful cloud up in the blue sky, you are greater than the sun itself. For you can hide the sun so it can no longer shine. I have come to ask if you will marry my daughter, Chuko, for she must marry the greatest being on this earth.
Yes, I can hide the sun and the moon too, but I am not the greatest. There is one greater and more powerful than I.
More powerful than you, Mr. Cloud? Pray tell me who that may be.
Why? It is a wind. For when Mr. Wind comes and huffs and puffs, he can blow me wherever he wishes. You see, he is greater than I.
Then it is the wind who is the greatest. Oh, great wind! Mr. Cloud can hide the sun and the moon, but you are even greater than the clouds. For when you huff and puff, you can scatter the cloud wherever you wish. You are the greatest being on this earth, and I have come to ask if you will marry my beautiful daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Mouse, but I am not as great as you think. For when I come up against Mr. Wall, I cannot blow him down, no matter how hard.
Ah, then, the wall is greater than you, Mr. Wind. Farewell, then, for I cannot rest until I find the greatest being in this world.
Then back to the big mansion.
Mr. Wall, you are the greatest being on this earth, where the wind can scatter the clouds that can hide the sun or moon, but he can never blow you down. You shall be the one to marry my beautiful Chico.
Now just a moment, Mr. Mouse. Yes, I am stronger than the wind, for he cannot blow me down no matter how hard he tries. I have no trouble stopping Mr. Wind, but there is someone I can never stop.
Someone that even you cannot stop, Mr. Wall? Now who could that be?
Why, it's the little mouse himself. When mice come to nibble and make holes in me, besides, I can do nothing to stop them.
My goodness. Then the mouse is the greatest being on earth.
He happily hurried toward home so he could tell Mother Mouse the good news. When he got home, Mother Mouse was waiting anxiously. Did you find a good husband for a lovely Chico?
I have some wonderful news for you, my dear. We mice are greater than anyone else on earth.
My, that is good news. But tell me, how did you learn that?
You see, I thought the sun was the greatest, but he really isn't at all. For he can do nothing when Mr. Cloud wraps him up in a blanket of white. Now, Mr. Cloud is not the greatest either, for when Mr. Wind comes whistling along, he can send Mr. Cloud scurrying wherever he wishes across the sky.
Then surely Mr. Wind is the greatest.
No, for when Mr. Wind comes very fine idea, Father. A very fine idea.
I think it's a fun idea too.
Said Chico, who had been sitting quietly all this time listening to her father's story. And so, beautiful little Chico married the fine young mouse who lived next door. And all the mice from near and far came to see the beautiful wedding. And all agreed that it was quite the loveliest wedding they ever did see. And of course, they both lived happily ever after.
The meanest, scariest animal in the world. An original play by the Lodi Grammar School students.
At the Lodi Buddhist Zoo, there is construction on a new addition. It is covered so people and animals cannot see what is actually being built. There are some animals, Genta Gator, Marty Moose, and emails, talking and guessing about what the addition is for.
What do you think it's going to be? What do you think, I bet it's going to be a new castle for me. Maybe it's going to be a new monkey island or a place where bears are. Maybe it's... Why would it be a castle for you? If anything, I deserve a castle with my regal horns and all. I look more kingly than you do. I look more kingly than that loudmouth lion who claims he's the king of the jungle. You may be the king of the jungle, but I should be the king of the zoo. I think it's going to be a gator pond for me and some new friends. People always want to see me, and they would like to find it exciting to see a big pond full of gators like me. Oh, sure, you're so exciting. Half the time people can't tell if you are a log. You just lay there and open your mouth and show those big, ugly teeth of yours, especially about bad breath. Courtney Cottontail comes darting over. She slows down as she approaches Genta Gator and tiptoes around him slowly and cautiously, making sure he gives him plenty of room. He speeds up again and hurriedly tells everyone what he just heard.
Hey guys, I just heard some of the construction workers talking, and they were saying that whatever it is that's going to be in there will probably be the meanest, scariest thing in the zoo.
The others said in unison,
The meanest, scariest thing in the zoo?
they both must be getting some new animal.
Yeah, I wonder where they're going to get it.
Must be from the jungles.
I wonder what it is.
How can we find out what it is?
The four of them thought about it for a while. We can ask the people in the zoo office.
No, we can't. You know how crazy those people get when they see us out of our cages. They freak out when they see you.
Yeah, especially those ladies in the office.
What if we go and investigate ourselves?
No, they go crazy when we just leave our cages. If we left the zoo, we'd really get in trouble. Anyway, it's scary out there. Remember what happened to the ape when he went out? There was such a big fuss, but the worst thing about it was that he saw so many scary and strange things that he freaked out and has been weird ever since. He's a basket case now. He's jumpy and afraid of his own shadow. It's not worth the risk. I don't want to end up like him, do you?
Everyone nodded in a silent agreement. What could they do? All of a sudden, Mouse's face lit up. He had a great idea.
Why don't we leak the information to the press? Then they'll send reporters out to find out what the new animal is. How's that fun idea?
That's a pretty good idea, but there's only one problem.
Yeah.
How are we going to get the information to the press?
Those people don't understand our language. Yeah, they are very smart, are they? I know, but just get someone who can speak their language. Everyone looked at him as if he were crazy as the ape, but he continued. We'll get Polly and the parrot to tell them. We'll get to a phone and we'll tell her what to say and she can tell them. She's really good at talking like people.
They liked the idea. They decided they would call those famous investigative reporters Rich Donahue and Geraldine Rivera. They always found out details of important cases and always found interesting and exciting cases to report. They would surely be interested in finding out more of this new meat animal that was coming.
They rushed off to get the parrot and called the newspaper. After they told her what to say, the mouse pushed the buttons on the phone to contact the paper where Rich and Geraldine were. Hello, may I speak to Rich Donahue or Geraldine Rivera, please? I have an important story that they might find interesting. Just a moment, please. Hello, what can we do for you? The Luna Zoo is getting a new animal. It's top secret and no one knows what it is. There are rumors that it is the meanest, scariest animal in the world. It might make a good news story if you could find out what it is before anyone else does.
It's Rich to come over. She's obviously excited about this tip.
Who are you and how did you get this information? Let's just say I spend a lot of time at the zoo and I have a lot of friends inside. Pauline hangs up and the animals all thank her and are happy that it worked. On the other end, Geraldine and Rich are excited and working out a plan.
How can we find out what this new animal is?
It must be big and difficult to handle if it is so mean and scary. They probably need a big crew to handle it and a special way of getting it here.
If we check where the zoo has sent people lately and where they made some special arrangements, we might be able to get a lead.
Let's start checking around right away.
They busily start making calls. After checking, they find that the biggest crew from the zoo has gone to Africa. Normally this would not seem strange, but they did not think about this because they are so excited about finding what the new animal would be, the meanest, scariest animal in the zoo.
They are walking around the jungle outpost where the zoo crew was last reported as being seen.
Do you see anyone from the zoo?
No, I don't see any work going around that looks like it would be for the scariest, meanest animal in the world to be sent there either.
Maybe we got here too late. Maybe they already shipped the animal.
You might be right, but since we're here, maybe we should at least ask around and find out what the animal is. We should find a leader of this village or the smartest person here and ask them.
They search in the village and find the mayor. Mayor Chief enters his office.
How can I help you people today?
We are from Luna and our zoo is said to be bringing the meanest, scariest animal in the world as a new exhibit. We are pretty sure that they are getting it from around here. Could you tell us what it could be?
Gee, I don't know. We have lots of animals that can be considered scary. Lions, crocodiles, panthers, lots of things. Well, do you know if there was something shipped over to Lodi in the past few days? Probably something big. Gee, I don't know.
How about big groups working secretly or at night?
Gee, I don't know. Is there any other place where people might be able to ship something like that? Something like what? The meanest, scariest animal in the world. Oh, gee, I don't know.
How did you get to be mayor?
Gee, I don't know. There must have been some reason.
Maybe it's because no one else was running. Maybe it's because my dad, the old chief, told people to vote for me. I never thought about it. I really don't know.
You really don't know much, do you?
True, but I am not the one asking any questions. Maybe my sister, the witch doctor, can help you. She's in the next office.
Rich and Geraldine say goodbye and go to the next office. Sitting there is a strange-looking lady. She's strange because she doesn't look like what you would expect a witch doctor to look like. She actually looked a lot like a bag lady from America, except she had a lab coat on.
I can help you.
We haven't even told you why we're here yet.
Yes, but I know. I can help you. It's about your love life, isn't it? My love potion number 9 is what you need. Now, where did I put that bottle? Did I fill my pen with it again? It looks like Indian ink.
No, that is not why we're here.
It isn't? Well, you both look like you need help in that department. But no matter, I can still help you. What do you need?
We're from Lodi, and our world-famous zoo is building a new addition for the world's scariest, meanest animal. We think they are getting it from this area. We want to know if you can tell us what it is.
The mayor said you may be able to help us. Do you know what it is?
Yes, I know what it is, but it is not from here.
Rich and Geraldine wait for her to continue, but she says no more.
Well, tell us.
I do not think I should.
Why not? At least tell us where it is from.
I think that if you do not know yet, that it would be better for me not to tell you. I will say that even though we do have some of them here, the particular one at your zoo is from somewhere else.
Rich and Geraldine excitedly get ready to ask when she continues.
I do not know exactly where, but it is definitely from someplace near to your home. You may go now. I have nothing more to add.
Rich and Geraldine leave disappointed and tired. As they are grumbling to each other.
She doesn't know anything.
Yeah, what a fake.
I guess we better give up and go home. The dedication of the new edition is the day after tomorrow. We just have to find out with everybody else. Maybe we should write something about our unsuccessful search.
What, and ruin our image as the world's greatest investigative reporters? No way, I'd rather die first. Let's just act like we don't care too much about the whole deal. Nobody would ever know that we failed.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
They return to town just in time for the final dedication of the new edition.
At least we missed all the speeches. Our luck must be changing.
They're going to take off the canvas now.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, may we present to you our newest addition to our wonderful zoo. Something that we shall be proud of and help service the zoo and our community for many years to come. The new office for the president of the zoo and his staff.
Rich and Geraldine look at each other in disbelief and start arguing right away.
Where did you get that dumb tip? We really wasted our time.
You're the one that got so excited, Mr. Know-It-All. You're the one that's supposed to know so much about what's going around this town. It's your fault.
No, it's your fault.
No, it's yours.
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 They continue arguing as they leave. The animals are gathered again as they think about what has happened.
Well, that was a surprise. I guess Courtney had the wrong information. Well, that's what the workers said.
No, in a way it was true.
Yeah, they may not be too strong by themselves, but they can be real dangerous. How many of our friends and relatives have been killed by them?
And most of the time it isn't even for food.
Even worse, they destroy our home and call it progress. And they hurt each other for things. You mean they don't share what they have?
Some share what they have and don't need, but most just save it. They pile up what they don't need just so they can say they have it.
That's strange. Why do they do that? Why does someone teach them how to live in harmony like we do? Who knows? They have had people try to teach them, but they just don't seem to understand. In fact, today is the birthday of one of the greatest teachers, Siddhartha the Shakyamuni Buddha. He was born over 2,500 years ago, and his teachings can be found around the world, but very few people listen to or seem to hear it.
I guess they really are the scariest, meanest animals in the zoo.
I hope we never get like that.
All the animals nod their head in agreement, looking a little sad and discouraged.
The end.
Could we have all the Dharma School students up here, please? As you see from the play, it's quite a production. And with everyone's busy schedule, it is difficult to get many of the things together. The Lodi Dharma School is extremely fortunate to have such dedicated friends as Yoshi and Irene Onoyama. When we started rehearsing the play just short weeks ago, we weren't sure that it was possible, but with Irene and Yoshi's help, they really encouraged and inspired the children with their beautiful artwork of the scenery and the props. And at this time, we'd like to give a small token and show our appreciation. Would Irene and Yoshi please come up? This is but a very small thank you just for such wonderful work that you have done the year before and all the years before that, and especially this year. The boys and girls would like to say thank you.
The Dharma School students would like to make a special presentation.
Also, will Reverend Ken, Mrs. Fujimoto, and Mrs. Egi step forward?
We'd like to thank Reverend Ken, who wrote this wonderful play, and Mrs. Egi, who did a fantastic job as our director. Mrs. Fujimoto directed the younger kids' song and dance.